Welcome to your first video training session. Today we will be discussing GMPs, or Good Manufacturing Practices. We will also cover proper dress code, hand washing, and proper employee hygiene. Remember to take notes, as all training is tested at the end of each session. You must receive a passing score to have successfully completed this training. GMPs, or Good Manufacturing Practices, are industry-mandated regulations that help ensure food is produced in a clean and safe environment in order to prevent contamination of the food. GMPs are defined by the FDA, or Food and Drug Administration. These regulations are followed by all individuals in the food industry. You have been provided a full GMP policy, which you are responsible for knowing and following, as we will only highlight a few of these topics today. Remember, eating and drinking is only permitted in the break room and outside. You are not allowed to have gum, candy, or cough drops in the production area. Tobacco products, including cigarettes, cigars, dip, chew, snuff, and e-cigarettes, can only be used outside the building in designated smoking areas. Fingernails must be kept short, clean, and free of polish or jewelry. False fingernails are not allowed. No false eyelashes are allowed. Jewelry, such as necklaces, watches, rings, or bracelets, are not permitted, with the exception of necessary medical alert bracelets with management approval. Watches can also be attached to your belt loop in the production area. Store all personal items, such as jackets, hats, or lotions, in the locker room. Do not store these items at the production line or in the break room. You cannot store food or other items that might attract pests in your locker. These items are to be stored in the designated areas of the break room. Your hairnet must be worn properly, down over your ears and covering all of your hair and hair coverings, like a bandana or a knit hat. A beard covering must also be worn for any facial hair and must cover the mouth and mustache. Proper hand washing is the most important way for us to prevent foodborne illness. When do you need to wash your hands? You must always wash your hands before entering the production area, after eating, drinking, or using tobacco products, after coughing, sneezing, or blowing your nose, and after using the restroom. Remember to use warm water and plenty of soap. You want to scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Look at the areas that people often miss when washing their hands. Make sure to scrub your thumbs, in between your fingers, the backs of your hands, and your fingernails. Even after hand washing, you are required to wear gloves when touching product or food contact surfaces, such as cups. Change your gloves frequently in order to prevent contaminating them, such as after touching the trash can, your phone, or anything unclean. Also change your gloves when they become damaged. Throughout the facility, containers and bins are color-coded and labeled to ensure that they are used properly. All gray containers are food grade, along with clear plastic, while white, yellow, and green are all trash waste. If you are sick or have any open sores or lesions, do not come to work. You will be sent home. You do not want to infect those who you are working with or potentially contaminate the product. You have to be 24 hours symptom-free before returning to work after you have been sick. And if you miss 2 or more days, you must have a doctor's note before returning to work. The dress code policy is for your safety and to prevent contamination of the product. All clothes should be well maintained, clean, and have no holes, frays, or loose materials. Clothes should fit appropriately without being overly tight or sagging. Loose clothing is a safety hazard, as it could get stuck in multiple pinch points or conveyors throughout the facility. Shirts should cover your shoulders and midriff and should be free of glitter, sequins, or beads. Only long pants are allowed in the production area. No shorts, capris, or rolled-up jeans are allowed. Shoes should be full coverage and made of sturdy materials. Steel or composite toes are not required. No perfume or cologne is to be worn in the facility. If you see anyone not following any of these rules that we have talked about today, notify a supervisor. If you see something, say something. You are our first line of defense for food safety. It is important that we follow these rules so that we can continue to make safe, quality foods for our customers and our families.